Hi, I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley communities,
the El Paso, Las Cruces communities,
Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan communities.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about the trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media
simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Once again, asking for your financial support.
Disgusting.
disgusting.
We're coming playoff 300 times.
You're killing me, man!
And we drop thousands of dollars down on the fans.
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
I gave him a lot of money. Because I gave him a lot of money.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media
simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Show, or more formally, Midnight in the Morning. It is Saturday morning for everybody out there in the world, every American getting ready for their jobs. Hope you're all doing well. It's been one hell of a month, and I've got a new thing to work with. This was a pain in the ass to set up, so I hope it actually works. But you are now watching Midnight in the Morning. Huh? I know, the massive drop in quality of audio when I use it, but let's see, what else do I got here? I've got voice changer. You see, now you can't tell who I am. Now you hear my voice and you go, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. I can't even imagine who talks like that. So, I'm fucking set, boys. Imagine the gay ops that I can pull with these types of... Not working? Really? None of it's working? It worked on my end when I was trying. I spent hours on this thing. Okay. Well, that's fucking lame. It's just normal. None of the effects were coming in there. Now that's disappointing. I was hoping to come back with some bells and whistles. And here we are. So I can just turn that off. This thing is it's cool. I just wish I could get it to work properly. I don't know. Anyway, how are you all doing? It's been, like I said, a crazy month already. People were telling me I can't wait for this year to be over. And I must reiterate. You thought 2020 was something. Remember when you thought 2019 was something? Remember when you thought 2018 was something? Remember when 2016 was the worst year ever? Of course you do. Do they get easier? She's sleeping. But yeah, let's see. Check in chat here. Any Gunt news? Nothing that I've seen. I haven't really been paying attention to all of that, but yeah, I haven't seen anything. 2012, right? Based Kraut owned the Vouch. Jeez, I might have to check that out. That's something I'm interested in, right? I'm not interested in seeing Red Elephants or somebody like that blow Vouch the fuck out. I'd like to see somebody like Kraut, you know? And also, Kraut is a more compelling figure, in my opinion, or a figure, a YouTuber, whatever, however you would categorize these.
Taiwan!
Taiwan is number one. And make sure if you're over at Trovo, please refrain from posting in anybody's chat Taiwan number one. And I'm not, no one specific, but just in general, never post Taiwan number one or anything questioning the Chinese government, because apparently this new haven for streamers has not only just started dropping the ban hammer on fuckers like it was yesterday, but on top of that, they remove comments automatically that are crucial to the Chinese government. Isn't that great? Vouch had to resort to muting crowd. Oof. Big F. That sounds great. I'm gonna have to check that out. But yeah, like I was saying, I find Kraut a more interesting figure than most probably would, because he's a person that feels that he has done bad in the world. And this is my perspective. Maybe I'm wrong, right? But this is just my perspective as a casual observer of the antics of the past few years. I see him as a person that feels that he is wronged society somehow and is trying to redeem himself. I find that is like I said, a compelling story for somebody. That having been said, I mean, aside from stupid internet bullshit, who's anybody on the internet really hurt? Even, let's go to the most egregious example of what could be perceived by some as abusive behavior on the internet. Let's take Alex Jones, a person who's a gem. An absolute fucking treasure. Now, some people would look at that and be like, he's just an insane person. Of course he is. Can you believe they needed to tell us this guy was playing a character? Insanity. But no one gets hurt talking shit on the internet. It's just shits and giggles. Now, I will admit that sometimes, through watching the antics of others, it seems to go a little far sometimes. But for the most part, internet shit's just internet shit. And I think people, in different ways, place a heavy importance, or maybe not importance isn't the right word. But I think some people see this differently than I do. That this is just fucking stupid internet BS that we're trying to do to keep you guys entertained while we're locked away in isolation and opulence. A crowd is a king. Kraut really? That is not something I would expect from this audience. Alright, well, there you go. It's great until you realize you're listening to Kraut and Vouch. That isn't fair. That's fair. And now Vouch is, what you see is what you get. Shu got catfished and her nudes are out there. Yikes. Haven't heard about that. How about that Wild Smile guy? I don't think very many people know of me. Mundane Matt did nothing wrong. I mean, Mundane Matt, I don't think, especially maybe the Killstream guys understood this, but Mundane Matt it wasn't supposed to be that he was legitimately an awful person. It was sort of just a person that was fun to dunk on for a second. And so when you keep dredging shit back, recycled jokes and memes from years fucking previous, it just comes off as desperate. But is anyone really outraged about Mundane Matt? Who gives a fuck about what Jarbo's saying? I mean, unless you like what Jarbo's saying, that's cool. But I mean, it just seems weird to bring him up at this day and age. I mean, I know you did for the sake of pointing that out, but yeah, I would agree. Let's see. So yeah, who's worse, Tonka or Vouch? Vouch by a pretty fucking significant margin, I think. Look, Tonka's another situation. I guess you could also categorize that as what you see is what you get, right? If you watch the Kumite for an hour and you get anything else other than that Tonka's an internet tough guy, I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of been his persona from the beginning. Sometimes it can be really funny. There were a lot of amusing episodes of the Kumite. To this day, I stand behind that. I wish I could find them. I wish they didn't get removed from the internet, but it's the way it is. Good morning. Morning, Tree. Let's see. All right. So let's bring up this clip here. This is one of my favorite clips, maybe of all time. Now, the video is not so important. It's a little, I'll admit, it's small. I could probably Why bother?
Belcher, there it is. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I see you, enemy. I see you, enemy. 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 You are my enemy. You will pay. Yeah, you think I don't see your face, scum? You don't think I don't see you, Stelter? Stelter.
Snarling like he has schizophrenia. Can you believe this guy's a character, folks?
Down. God is going to destroy you. Get him off the screen.
Get him off the screen. Yeah.
Brian Stelter.
I used to think that he was the Eric Cartman of the internet, but I don't know. To this day, that video clip is just near and dear to my heart. Brings me to tears every single day. He definitely is nuts. And damn, he should be. Alex Jones should do death metal. Somebody, while I was looking for this clip, because this is one of the frustrating things about people being like heartlessly deplatformed. When I'm trying to look for a clip, I can't find it. I can only find Secular Talk and TYT and Sam Cedar. Or maybe that was the same guy I mentioned first. I don't know. I don't know who any of these... Minority Report, or all of these random people. I can find them talking about it for 15 fucking minutes, but I can't find the clip in question. Irritating. You want the truth? To be honest, I don't know if I can handle the truth. I don't know if I can handle the truth. I stopped trusting the plan a long time ago. Johnny Arcade, what's up, man? How about that cue? So yeah, speaking of trusting the plan, trusting the plan went terribly wrong. We should have never trusted the plan, chat. Shit went south. As soon as we all started trusting the plan, everything went fucking sour. Randomly thought of something, and it is just early enough that I can have one last drink before we wrap up for my drinking, mind you. Trust the plan. 4 more weeks. Dude, if this ends in Sargon somehow ending up in the White House, I'm just gonna, like, rip my own fucking head off and throw it down the stairs. Like, the absurdity. You'll find me, like, wearing yesterday's clothes in a gutter, screaming about Gamergate. But I got some Jameson whiskey here. My girlfriend bought me a comically large bottle of whiskey, so I've had to exercise a whole lot of restraint lately. I know, I remember, I remember you telling me that you like to complete something, so if you open up a bottle, you just have this compulsion to try to finish it, so you prefer smaller bottles. Literally the next day, comes back with what looks like a Carrot Top prop. I know that it's a half gallon, but this seems a bit excessive, is all I'm saying. Anyway, figured it'd be best to bring this up early so we can move on to something a little bit more lighthearted. But we lost somebody, one of our channels, one of our chatters, one of our moderators, a person that I would consider a friend of mine, had passed away peacefully in her sleep. I don't want to name them specifically due to, internet stuff. But during lockdown, person was a friend of mine, and I remained sane. Definitely in part to them. Just randomly going, hey, here's some funny shit I found. And a friend of hers contacted me. And, yeah, so this is the second person I know that has died this week. Or maybe in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Time has kind of been weird for me. But absolute rip to a friend of ours. The world seems dimmer already. No, and not just because of the shit going on. It sucks knowing that I'm not going to get a random DM saying just, hey, what's up? Here's some cool shit I found. Or, hey, just wanted to check on you. How you doing? One of the few people that are in my life that would just randomly check in to say, hey, just wanted to see how you're doing. How's it going? That's when you know you found a friend. So, I lost a friend, chat. This one's too a fucking good one, a real one. Cool fucking chick. We were all lucky to know her. Fucking massive F in real life. Not even in chat. Cheers. Noodles in chat. And it didn't wake her up. Already up. Far too young to be gone. Anyway. For my homie. Chad, what are you doing to me? You're turning me into a softie. Supposed to be a heartless internet ship hoster. Now I'm pouring one out for my homies. Remember, no internet friends, chat. Internet friends. Now I had an internet friend, and lucky to know her. No shit, chat. One for the fucking homies. One for the fucking homies. I don't fuck around. Alright, so sorry, something funny just came to mind, and it's one of those things, just move on. You can say something funny right now, but what's the point?
I've gone.
I was like, life is good. Life is good. You are a softie. What are you talking about? That's very fair. Funeral was very nice. She would be missed. If you're in the area, Johnny, if you could drop a flower on her grave, I'd appreciate it. If that's the sort of thing that you're able to do or make happen, maybe I could DM the guy, but I was thinking about that earlier. Legit sad. Like, legit sad about that one, chat. Saw this on Bloomberg right before going live, right? So, now that Joe Biden is president, we all know that everything's going to be okay, that he's going to... appreciate it, Johnny. He's waved his hands in the air. He signed so many executive orders that he doesn't even know which hand he usually writes with. Just fucking out of his mind. GameStop. Oh shit. I don't know the full story with GameStop. I just kind of tuned in one day, and then people were talking about how Reddit took over the stock market. I don't know the truth to all of that, so I can't really comment on it. I probably honestly could give you a hipfire take, but I saw this, and it's amusing to me how much work will go into. Hey, we've got a how much money do we send to other countries like Saudi Arabia in the COVID package? And then they go, how come the rich keep getting richer? I don't know, you shut our fucking businesses down. Why the fuck you think? Spagilli. You've probably been asked this, but is the Midnight Crockpot still a thing? Yeah, man. I actually was talking to Davey earlier. I have probably what is a DM from him, but I'll check my phone here in a few. We were talking briefly before the show. What happened is I got sick, and then he got sick, and then I got sick again. And then, yeah, so it's just been life. You know how it goes. How come those rich guys never overdose? That is a good question. You never know. Maybe money's maybe the real drug was the money we found along the way. Thankfully, no. Thankfully, every time I've gotten so much of as a like, look, you guys know what my opinion on this whole thing is, but even that having been said, like, I'm trying to do the best due diligence I can, which means like doing their song and dance, you know, out of politeness, but so each time I've like gotten sick, it was that I had a cough, or that I had, like, one time it was a pretty bad cough, and the second time it was like a stomach bug where I was actually sick. But I knew I was pretty sure I didn't have COVID either time, and I didn't. I got tested. You know, I had to test before I went back to work. I'm a Ben Shapiro to your fence sitter. Man, I feel like I obliterate that fence usually. Not exactly known as being subtle, but to each their own, my friend. Yeah, so I just saw this and I got a slight chuckle. The only way I could really categorize it. But this is the one thing. I almost streamed last night, and instead I decided we bring it up whenever I'm live anyway. So this is a Reuters article. This will no doubt be a topic on the next episode of the Crockpot. Exclusive. Proud Boys leader was prolific informer for law enforcement. Now, notice they say was. One of the things that people keep bringing up. Well, there's no solid evidence. Keep in mind, this is an ongoing case, so there wouldn't be any fucking evidence made public through even a more recent Freedom of Information Act. Freedom of Information Act info grab. But in any case, he's apparently the Proud Boys leader, the president of the Proud Boys, a guy who is, I think, Cuban? I might have that wrong. But as far as I know, this guy had a Chase account, and they shut Chase Bank. They shut down his bank account because he was the leader of the Proud Boys. Proud Boys are controlled opposition, says Red Dawn 370. Yeah, it's what it's looking more like, right? Like, it's not so much that it's controlled, but that people in positions of power are approached with the old Ruby Ridge dilemma. Puerto Rican, okay. Mutt, in fact, an American. Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys extremist group, has a past as an informer for federal and law enforcement, repeatedly working undercover for investigators after he was arrested in 2012, according to a former prosecutor and a transcript of a 2014 federal court proceeding obtained by Reuters. Now, what was he up to, you might be asking? The one I wanted to get into, because there's one about him. Let's go for both. The transcript from 2014 shines a new light on Tarrio's past connection to law enforcement. During the hearing, the prosecutor and Tarrio's defense attorney asked a judge to reduce the prison sentences of Tarrio and two co-defendants. They had pleaded guilty in a fraud case related to the relabeling and sale of stolen diabetes test kits. The prosecutor said Tarrio's information had led to the prosecution of 13 people on federal charges in two separate cases, and had helped local authorities investigate a gambling ring. Tarrio's then lawyer, Jeffrey Fahler, said in court that his client had worked undercover in numerous investigations, one involving the sale of anabolic steroids, another regarding wholesale prescription narcotics, and a third targeting human smuggling. He said Tarrio helped police uncover 3 marijuana grow houses and was a prolific cooperator. A prolific. Now, I need to emphasize that right there. Prolific. Do I still have that text-to-speech thing? Yeah.
Prolific cooperator.
Prolific cooperator. Yeah, the big bad marijuana. Like, really just a hero of the people. An FBI agent at the hearing called Tarrio, quote, a key component in local police investigations involving marijuana, cocaine, MDMA, or ecstasy. That the Miami FBI office declined to comment. Now, what my favorite part is right here. Right here. Tarrio, on Tuesday, acknowledged that his fraud sentence was reduced from 30 months to 16 months, but insisted that leniency was provided only because his co-defendants helped investigators clear up questions about his own case. He said he never helped investigate others. So he was only asked questions to clear up, or, he look at this shit. Clear up. Well, I wasn't snitching on everybody, officer. I was just clearing up questions that the feds had on my said associates. Get a load of this. Like, I can't believe this motherfucker actually had the audacity. Or should I say the chutzpah. And you know something? This guy's going to be sitting in fucking Witsack before too long, man. He's going to be gone. This is... I hate to say it, because I did say this with Baked Alaska, where I said this will be the last we ever see of Baked Alaska, and I was wrong. He now has an ankle bracelet on, and he's banned from the internet, as far as I know. So when I said we won't see any more Baked Alaska, I forgot to say, okay, for a while. Tarrio, well, I thought he was going to disappear. Tarrio, I do think is just going to disappear. We'll never see him again. Especially with how the Proud Boys, now that there has been the insurrection at Capitol Hill. Oh, heaven forbid You know, they can burn down police stations, burn down an AutoZone, burn down your home, but the moment a bunch of fucking frat boys want to knock some shit off a desk, suddenly it's an insurrection. Isn't that fucking weird? Don't you guys find that a little bit amusing? I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know you guys have all heard this before. Oh, what, you know, how is that a protest? But it was a riot and insurrection because they stormed Capitol Hill. Look, I'm going to be 100% real with all of you right now. To be fair, I'm always more real than I fucking should be. But now, more than ever, and I'm starting to self-editorialize, like, no, you don't need to go that far. No, but I genuinely think this is the case, and this is why I'm going to say it. I think if everyone in Congress, and I'm not saying anything bad happened, just maybe they never existed. If they were gone tomorrow, the world would be a better place. The sun would shine a little brighter. The birds would chirp with perfect, like, musical precision. Just go through the scales perfectly, not a single flat note. The world would be better. The idea that we're supposed to, oh my god, can you believe that somebody wanted to have these people killed? Fuck yeah, I do. Fuck yeah, I do. And I wouldn't lose a little bit of sleep. I would sleep a little bit more soundly. Those people are, let's forget Trump or multiculturalism, blah, blah. Just think about the foreign aid. Just that. Just keep that in your mind, chat. How much pulling teeth it was to get our $600 or our $600 or our $1,200. It was the opposite of taking candy from a baby. You would have more easily earned that money begging people for change on the street. And they couldn't send our money to Saudi Arabia fast enough. But when it came to helping our citizens, we got the back seat, just like always. Just like when there's a national disaster, we always get the fucking shaft. While they argue whether or not we deserve dimes instead of pennies. $2,000? How about $600? Well, it doesn't matter. As far as I'm concerned, you cocksuckers owe us 30 grand each. And go ahead and take it out of your lobbying money. This is why I wouldn't last in politics, folks. I'd be putting up laws to go, hey, we're just going to give a ton of money to people as a working incentive. If you haven't gotten a felony in your entire life, we're just going to send you an easy grand. And we're going to pay for it with lobbying money. We're just going to wall. No more fucking lobbying money. It's just going to be funneled to the population. Now they get a payday. Now they get a day in the sun. Only fucking right. But, they'd kill my ass so quick. Oh, shit. So, yeah, considering how I have personally witnessed firsthand the type of good people they leave to hang to dry. And then the double speak on the internet where you will see something with your own two eyes, hear it with your own two ears, and they'll tell you, don't believe that thing you saw. That's misinformation. That's been manipulated with technology that is far beyond our time period. Okay, yeah. They try to bullshit you to your face, call fact misinformation, and these people back it up. AOC said that Ted Cruz was trying to have her murdered. You guys see that shit? I'll go ahead and bring that up because I think we've pretty much mined this. This article is outrageous. What else is there to say about it? Let me bring that up. And there's a reason they're afraid, chat. There's a reason they ran into their little fucking holes. And I don't feel bad for any one of them, knowing what they've done. Knowing what they've personally approved of and voted on, put their name on, and said was going to do good for us. Now, I'm not calling for violence on them because I don't think violence is ever the answer. I think the pen is mightier than the sword. But, it doesn't mean I can't see where the fucking train's going. And they've been pushing, and they've been pushing. And I think everyone's just about have their backs to the wall. They're going to get the response they've been pushing for, and they're not going to like it. And if and when these people legitimately have to worry and can be concerned for their lives, you know what I have to ask them? How does it fucking feel? How does it feel knowing your back is up against the wall? How does it feel knowing your home, that your lives can be taken away at the swipe of a pen. And then in the ashes of your home, your governor, Gavin Newsom or whoever, will sit there in the ashes of your home and lecture you about worshiping the fucking sun gods. Really take that in for a second. I didn't realize people could be this awful. So, case in point, like I said, the pen is mightier than the sword, but whatever happens when it happens, it couldn't have happened sooner enough. We're all aware. I'm preaching to the choir here. Like I said, you all know what they've been up to. Just focusing on the foreign aid, they deserve to be stripped of their finances and exiled immediately, just based on that. That's not even talking about the millions of missing children. You guys know how many millions of children go missing every year? Do you know how many children mysteriously disappear in fucking CPS? Something is up. That's why they try so hard to make sure that people talking about human trafficking, that shit gets swept up, unless it's an approved case like with Rainier or Epstein. Chad, it's just sometimes it's a little under me. Millions a year, man. Millions a year. You have to think, where do these people come from? Millions go missing a year. Not millions go missing in CPS. I think with CPS it's a couple 100,000. But it's still... It's larger than it should be. Like, it's an anomaly, you know? It's like when you look at graphs, right, of all the types of deaths that happen within a year, and you go, okay, car accident, substance abuse, murder, like, you can look at it, and that sounds, okay, I can kind of understand all of this. And then you see the opiate outlier, right? And you go, okay, well, something's causing this, right? This signifies some sort of symptom. And it's the same in this case. There's something going on here. I don't know what it is. I don't know who to point the finger at, but something's going on. Reject the black pill. I'm fucking trying, bud. I'm trying so goddamn hard. Oh, dude. I don't even want to go over the week. It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. So anyway, I'll go ahead and read this for you. This is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez saying to Ted Cruz, "I am happy to work with Republicans on this issue where there's common ground, but you almost had me murdered 3 weeks ago because you can... Or, excuse me. 3 weeks ago, so you can sit this one out. Happy to work with almost any other GOP that aren't trying to get me killed. In the meantime, if you want to help, you can resign." You can... Everyone else feels, but, you know. Yeah, resign, by the way. Yeah, regular. Do you think anyone's going to be sending her any penis-shaped gummies? Shit, was the stream down for a second? My bad. We truly... So, I did see a funny take on this. That wasn't mine. See? You did get me. Dominion. God, people were so excited for Dominion suing the MyPillow guy. Like, imagine calling yourself a good guy, the hero of the story, and you're working for Dominion. You're cheering on Dominion against a guy who has a business featuring a fucking pillow. You have to wonder at a certain point, are you nuts? Did you lose your mind? Or are you this dishonest? That's the real question I found myself asking a lot. So anyway, "I've been shot," screams AOC as Ted Cruz greets her with a set of friendly finger guns. It's the dumbest time to be alive. That is... There are words that have never been spoken, my friend. Based in buffer pillar. So I did see Pita getting absolutely wrecked in their Twitter comments. That was one thing I rather enjoyed. And by the way, before we get into that, you guys want to see this shit? How long did it take for them to decide we didn't need a wall? Because the wall's not happening now. The fence, the barrier, or whatever. Now look at this. Look at how fast that wall went up. Wait a minute. I thought we were supposed to open our borders, open our hearts. Suddenly, Baked Alaska comes in coughing all over the place, and now borders matter. Pita was controlled opposition. Oh, man. Okay, so yeah, I got a few things here. Here we go. Let's start off with the Pita. Words can create a more inclusive world or perpetuate oppression. Calling someone an animal is an insult, and it reinforces the myth that humans are superior to other animals and justified in violating them. Stand up for justice by rejecting supremacist language. Nice. Nice to use that terminology. And, yeah. They had to go off a little bit here, but what I found more interesting is everyone just totally giving them shit, and then them in all the replies going, no, we don't suck. No, we don't suck. No, I'm not owned. No, I'm not owned. As they slowly shrink into a piece of corn. Instead of saying PETA, we should say animal slaughters. Yeah, this you? It's just a list of all the fucking dogs they've had, like, euthanized. Like, it's funny, right? In the name, you'll notice this happens a lot. A lot of people will do more evil in the name of good than good in the name of evil. Seems to be an ongoing pattern. Dude, I should order a beanie. Do you guys think I could pull off a good Ted Pool? I could be Ted Pool. I can give you guys even more lukewarm takes than ever thought possible. Synthetic meat. Oh my, I've seen that, man. It's off the rocker. Alright, I know this is a topic we already went through earlier, but just seeing that image, like, was going through the articles I have. Proud Boy's leader was government informant, records show. Oh, man. Well, thank God for that, honestly. This is another article that goes over the, oh my God. Imagine thinking that these people were a threat. Like, they're walking around with selfie sticks. Scurrying out. Fuck, boys, run to the tunnels. Run to the tunnels. They're gonna fucking get us. Did you see that Viking? There was a real Viking. Yeah, to be fair, I don't think I could compete with the beanie. A little arrogant. So he had a Q sticker. And do you think this dissuades a lot of people who believe in Q, or do you think it makes them feel reinforced in their beliefs? Oh yeah, from what I understand, the QAnon, or the Q Viking guy, was a some sort of actor. Let's see, yeah, actor, voiceover artist, singer. Theater camp volunteer, free arts of Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but what would you expect to happen here? You know, this is exactly when the media is looking to incite some sort of witch hunt. I mean, I know I said it already, but I can't reiterate this enough. These events here, you stand to lose and gain nothing. Just keep that in mind. Always weigh what you have to win at a situation like this, and what do you have to gain? Suppose your protest goes well. What does that entail? What happens if your protest goes bad? What does that entail? Weigh the options, make an informed decision. Just a little bit of, you know, Think about things before you decide to go out dressed like a Viking and end up on the front page of every newspaper across the fucking country for an entire month. That's crazy, man. They were pushing the 3 cops died story. 1 killed and 2 suicided in the aftermath. Yeah, I knew that 1 had died from like a fire extinguisher. I don't know about the other 2. I don't know where they were getting the other 2 from. A showboater. Well, that's kind of the point, I feel, is these people are a bunch of social media-ites. They're not a threat to anybody, and anybody with a fucking brain cell can tell that. You go out and you talk to the average person and bring up the insurrection at Capitol Hill, and everyone rolls their eyes. And this isn't only my experience, of course. Everyone I've talked to has just rolled their eyes and go, yeah, insurrection, my ass. You know, I didn't see one thing lit on fire. I didn't see shit. And this fire extinguisher apparently didn't even kill him, so... Yeah, who can say? I mean, this is not the right time for the media to decide what we're allowed to fucking think, considering they're so full of shit. Doesn't really help debunk that situation. So, you know, here's the thing. You can't just go out there and protest being the adversary of the people in charge. You have to go out there and pretend to be their ally. You go out there and say you're protesting police injustice, and then you know, hypothetically, bring acceptance and tolerance to whatever place through peaceful demonstration. Yeah, there's that guy. And then I got a little thing here. Vox. Get a load of this fucking guy. The central problem of democratic political philosophy dating back to Plato. Goes all the way back to Aristotle, Plato, Socrates. Just all the smart people who have ever lived. This is how democracy leads to tyranny. Philosophy professor Jason Intrider joins Vox's Sean Nilling to discuss why American fascism isn't going away. That's right, now that Trump's gone, you know, Biden came in kind of delirious, not sure where he was, but he saved the day, goddammit. So I wanted, this was one part I saw, and it just made me go, wow, you're an idiot. And if we don't or can't do those things, okay, well, no, we gotta rewind. Sean says this. That's all good and worthwhile, but you're mostly talking about big, long-term solutions. What the hell are we gonna do now in this moment to turn things around? Now, everyone's really concerned about these white nationalists. You know what's funny? How many white nationalists are a legitimate threat? Right? Compare that to, I don't know, the Chinese government that, I should reiterate, even though I know I've said it many times, they have concentration camps for Muslims and slaves. There are world record amount of slaves in this world right now. But people care more about the supposed rights of dead slaves than the ones that are still fucking alive. I couldn't write a more dumb, stupid fucking society than the one we live in. And I'm a fairly creative fella. It's pure insanity. These white, oh my, the biggest fucking threat. You know, so who cares? As far as I'm concerned, I know this is a hot take, chat. This will probably get me into a little bit of shit. But I say this and I mean it with my fucking heart. What you believe in doesn't make you a bad person. Like, your perspective can kind of be fucked, but actions speak louder than words. The person you are isn't defined by your ideology. You could be a good person that is a National Socialist, or a fascist, or a communist, or an anarchist, or a libertarian, or a basic bitch Republican, or a regular-ass liberal. You still be a good guy, or a good woman, or whatever. But suddenly, like, they fear this supposed ideology more than the people who are selling the country to fucking lobby. Remember when we were going to get rid of lobbying? You know, get the money out of politics? Man, that suddenly stopped right as soon as Trump got in office. That's sort of my point here, is that this whole thing is to create a boogeyman so that they can keep fucking around and not doing shit to help us after they fucked our lives up. And I don't like handouts as much as any of you guys do, right? I like to earn my bread. But if they're gonna fuck our lives around, they need to pay us. That's the rule. As far as I'm concerned, that's the rule. And they owe us big. And more than that, you know, anybody who's been classified as an essential worker should be getting a bonus. So. The fence that I'm on is buffering. I see a different us versus them than you guys do. Because the perspective I have is the population versus the tyrannical global corporations that are opposing the population against itself to keep them busy. Because at the end of the day, a communist like Vaush, I think he's a communist. I'm not being unfair, right? That he is a communist, right? Somebody like him, or somebody like, England, right? Have they actually hurt anybody? They might say they might have some solid hot takes, right? And you might really go, I find this guy really unappealing, but if they actually hurt anybody, comparatively, what the people in charge who want us to fear one another have done to us is so massive into comparison that I any minor thing, like this guy was an asshole on the internet, this guy takes his ideology so way too seriously. He actually thinks that he's like some sort of weird revolution commander. Some people do take themselves that seriously. But again, this is all just, and I kind of said this earlier, it's all just internet shit. And to me, like, even your most far leftist, obnoxious, condescending prick is still just a regular ass dude like the rest of us. And yeah, maybe it's kind of time. Maybe I've just gotten old, but maybe it's time to really try to see the perspective of other people that are, you know, regular ass dudes, but don't see the world like I do. Anyway, I will say that I'm not a big fan of of communism, as you guys would know. It never ends well. It's just like one of those things that you write the idea down, you go, this sounds like it would be really nice. You pass it off to somebody, and like the shittiest game of human telephone, just gets corrupted, and the message becomes all about, you know, next thing you know, there's some dude calling himself Joey Steele. You know, it gets fucking crazy. Politics is all fakes and tracks. That's absolute. I used to think there was a little bit of truth to it. Nah, dude. I've come to the belief the whole thing is staged. And the media's real purpose isn't to inform the public, but rather to condition the public. I know I'm saying some probably stuff that occurred to you a long time ago, and it's kind of, I've thought about it, but I fully believe it now. It's to condition you and also to disincentivize you from stepping out of line. You know, it's letting you know what's socially acceptable. Treated like fucking children in the freest nation on the planet. Arguing which government to have, lol. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I have no idea what was going on with any of that. Remember to wash your hands. No, remember to wear 2 fucking masks, man. Let me find this shit. I've been telling people that. Like I joked earlier. Yeah, they want us to wear 2 masks, even though, well, I'm not even joking. That's real. Are 2 masks better than 1? I can just show you the news feed. You go to Google, you type 2 masks, and this is what you get. Ah, mother. Come on now. There we go. Time to double or upgrade masks as coronavirus variants emerge. So it's evolving now. You know? We tried to flatten the curve. It wasn't enough. We tried to stop the spread. It's enough. It wasn't enough, I mean. You see the anal swab test they want to do? You're fucking with me, right? That can't be real. Hold on. No. 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 Those bastards. They got a real sick sense of humor, man. I don't want to sign up for your stupid shit. Okay, we'll come back to that. But you saw it. That's the headline here. China using anal swabs. Why? 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 This is awful. Chat, we deserve better than this, man. I'm telling you. This is cartoony. Somebody in chat says, I work at a small grocery store and I counted 30, as in 30, people with 2 masks. That's so outrageous, man. But here, there's article after article. I can't wait to look for Fauci telling me, you know, from his command, his what do you call it? The command center of truth. Yeah, we got here. Time to double or upgrade masks as coronavirus variants emerge, experts say. Oh, experts say it, so you know it's true. You know, they haven't gotten the king of truth to come down from his high fucking mountain to let us know what's fact and what's not fact. Maybe we can get Bill Nye. You know, isn't it great that we're all adults now and we still have them treating us like children with Bill, even to the extent of having Bill Nye, the fucking science guy, come out and be like, hey guys, whoa, you like science, right? Look at me, I'm quirky. God, man, if you really just want to beat the life out of anybody, man, you just make them watch 5 minutes of Bill Nye, like, any point from the last 10 years. Or Neil deGrasse Tyson, or any of these pretentious science pricks. I really dislike how science has become such a cult. Because I do like science and looking into things and determining, like, the logical truth. But these fucking pricks are propagandists and they've completely eroded what science is supposed to mean. Chauncey, you should have seen it. My fucking jazz hands were off the charts. They're going to make up new variants forever. For as many people in this that I know who have been tested non-fucking stop, the amount of people who have actually ended up with COVID is insanely small. But hey, what is that? The flu's gone 98%? I really do like general science, but this politicized science is just so sickening because it's the opposite of what it's supposed to represent. The idea of individual thought and coming to your own conclusion based on the evidence. Now what they say is, no, we came to a conclusion based on the evidence that you know, maybe you don't even need to see it, but also you're not allowed to see it. How fucking dare you ask? Yeah, watery, for sure. For fucking sure. And that, compared to Cairo Seijiro, you know, we need some uplifting. We need some uplifting from the saint, the patron saint of this channel. Hold on a second, chat. We're gonna get our blessing. Stone Mexican guy with $4.99. Can we get the Nancy Caring bot, or Caring Y for the sound bot? I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, send me a thing. I'll put it on. It usually only takes a few minutes. By the way, I've been playing, and thank you for the $5, by the way. I've been playing Hitman lately. I didn't realize they were going to release VR Hitman for all of the old titles. Holy shit. Yeah, so let's lighten things up a bit with this fella here. Oh man, two alerts. This is what I would consider one of the cringiest things ever seen on the internet, and I think sex junk is actually cringier than this.
Seijiro wasn't looking for trouble on the light rail that night, but trouble certainly found him. When that fight broke out, he was ready for it with his trusty katana.
I actually carry this because I've become a little bit more dangerous than without it than with it. So it's more of a restraint mechanism than a safety blanket.
The fight had been going on for about 20 minutes. It was 2-on-1. None of them saw Kairo Seijiro move around behind them.
To them, they probably thought I was just moving out of the way, but I was actually setting up to where their blind spot was. If he had gone on me, I was planning to go in completely, drop the sword down, and then completely cut it, completely gape him open. The sad truth is that they weren't even a challenge. I already had a full 5-stage plan ready to take everyone out. And anybody else who got involved, just in case. That's just the way I do things. This is about what you saw on the train. It's folded, tempered, and it does its job. My family couldn't.
Oh yeah, I gotta let my family couldn't handle me. Yeah.
A surprisingly strange affinity for sharp objects, particularly kitchen knives, when I was a kid.
So he traded in the knives for a lifetime of studying the sword. The katana goes with him everywhere.
An absolute fucking legend. Rip Kairo Seijiro. Now, I feel a need to tell you this because he died shortly afterwards. He was in Lakeport, California, with a student of his on a canoe. And the student of his, by the way, for the record, was, I believe, 14 or 15 years old. A girl. And in this journey, in this, pilgrimage to find this woman's warrior spirit, they were on a canoe, and the canoe capsized. And she made it to shore, and he could have made it to shore. But off in the distance, his sword, his steel, his soul, slowly drifted over the waterfall. And Kairo Seijiro, being the neat samurai he is, true to his fucking heart, dove in after it. His final words were, "No!" I'm literally not making that up. That's how that actually went down. Now, some speculate, right? Some speculate and go, well, hey, look, why is he hanging out with some 14-year-old girl? And I totally agree with that 100%. If it was any other person, I would suspect the worst. But you're going to tell me that Kairo Seijiro would ever forsake the student-teacher dynamic? Like, there's just something about the energy of this guy that tells me this guy would never betray what it means to be a mentor. Not once would he ever betray what it means to be a teacher. Oh no. Yeah, so now I'm checking Discord, and I got a few I gotta bring this up. Cause you got... Who likes Area 51? That's probably not the best way of starting that. Fuck it, boys, we're going in. And those were the... Remember, they can't take down all of us? How well did that turn out? I don't have the... Jesus Christ, man. Get a load of that. Forget Area 51. We need to know the secrets within. Oh my god. You know what? I know what this needs. There we go.
Now that's fucking based.
Does it even matter? Does anyone care if I don't disavow? Yes, I disavow. Obviously. So I think this is what Syntrax was talking about earlier. China using anal swabs for COVID testing. January 28th, 2021. China is not giving up on nasal or throat testing, but the country has adopted a new method for detecting coronavirus, anal swabs. Anal testing is being used so far only on select groups, mainly high-risk cases. God damn it. This is going to be a fucked up article, I can already tell. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I have to read this with a straight face, chat. I want to see. Like, this is like George Carlin humor, but written as a news article. I want to see Tucker Carlson read this shit out. Anal testing is being used so far only on select groups, mainly high-risk cases and people in quarantine. Some people who have been subjected to anal testing include passengers arriving in Beijing and a group of more than 1,000. Oh, no! 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 God damn it! No! No! Not like this. Not like I didn't. Get the fuck back. Stay the fuck. Actually, stay the fuck back. This went in a direction I wasn't prepared for, brain. That's horrible. Anal swabs in the mirror might be larger than they appear. Well, what do we? Okay. Chat, okay, I'm gonna use the bot to read this. I can't even read this.
The use of anal swabs is limited because it's invasive and inconvenient. If a stool sample cannot be obtained, a saline-soaked cotton swab about 1 to 2 inches long is inserted into the anus with the sample tested for active traces of the virus.
Oh my...
Li Tongzheng, Deputy Director of the Respiratory and Infectious Diseases Department at Beijing Yuan Hospital, said in an interview with state media that anal swabs appear to be more accurate at detecting the coronavirus than nasal or throat testing.
This is one of the few times where a face cam would have been amazing. Like, if you could have seen my face as a realization of... Chat, like, look at this. Let me read this again.
A saline-soaked cotton swab about 1 to 2 inches long is inserted into the anus with the sample tested for active traces of the virus.
That's like an entire... That's... Chat! What is it? What? Okay, listen, I'm just gonna let this play for a second, and I'm just gonna take a walk.
The virus lives longer in excrement or the anus than in the respiratory tract, he said, meaning anal testing might have fewer false negatives. Last summer, Future Medicine published research by Chinese scientists into a small number of COVID patients. In a few cases, people tested negative for COVID in throat and spit testing but tested positive with anal swabs.
Oh, more false positives.
We propose
great.
Anal swabs as the potentially optimal specimen for SARS-CoV-2 detection for evaluation of hospital discharge of COVID-19 patients, the scientists wrote.
But not every, are you kidding me? Look at this, chat. Not every scientist supports the practice of using anal swabs. There's a fucking screenshot for the ages. I'm awake, right, chat? Like, this isn't my brain coming up with a creative reality while I'm sleeping. Like, this is real life, right? Oh, this is nutty. This is fucking nutty. So, in China, to get tested for COVID, you've got to get fucked with... Richard, it is such the understatement of the century. You awake? I guess I am now. You don't need to bring out the cotton swab soaked in saline. I'm good. I'm awake. I'm flabbergasted, chat. I don't know what to say here. Yeah, Z. I can do that, man. Let's see. You now have over 1 million points. I can't wake up. Can't wake up. Yeah, my dudes, I don't have like a funny thing here. This is insanity. Yeah, you can get 1 million points, man. I don't give a shit. Second here. Go, buddy. So people won't get tested. I don't know, man. Yeah, I can do that. Alright, last one. Last one, we'll get into the rest of this shit. I just don't even know what to say anymore. Like, there's... Kuma, you have 4 accounts, man. And all of them are now rich as fuck. Hold on. More points than I'll ever use.
Don't trust China. China is asshole.
There you go. Don't absolutely. Well, that's the thing, chat. You don't. If you're planning on moving to other platforms, you know, becoming one of us internet grifters, promising people salvation in exchange for internet, you know, because we're gonna be living in our max headroom fucking universe pretty soon. We're gonna have like YouTubers offering to suck dick in the alley back, you know, for a fucking subscription. So, you know, enjoy the internet for what it is now. Goes in for COVID test, comes home gay. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. It's Black History Month, man. Dude, Black History Month is my favorite history month, man. I just wish there was more, like, Black history in Black History Month. Like, less victimhood and more, like, hey, check out our, like, hey, the Temptations. Hey, the Whispers. Hey, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'd be fucking down. It'd be my favorite month. This is the month where we all just fucking listen to some funk. I'd be so down for that. But instead it's like, hey, you guys remember Martin Luther King? Yeah, I can't, you know, every fucking street is named after the guy. You know, how could I ever forget about the human equivalent of God? Fuck. Let's see. Will you be on Trovo? No, I won't be. Because I think the Chinese government are a bunch of human enslaving, morally nihilistic bags of shit, and it wouldn't piss on them if I were on fire. Or if they were on fire. Fuck it, if I was on fire too. They can all eat a fucking cock. I can call them an Uber. It's not even hot outside. Did Josh get banned from Trovo? Yeah, so Trovo's already banning people. They banned Warski and they banned Matt at the Internet, which would be Josh from Kiwi Farms. Now, from what I understand, he's just been playing video games. So I don't... It's kind of bullshit. But if you're going to start banning people right out of the gate, it's why even bother existing? Fun fact, every homicide in US taking place on that. Okay. Ah, man, you know something? I just had a little bit more respect for Malcolm X, even if I think he's a guy I would have had a funner conversation with. Like, to me, Malcolm X is a cool, like, an interesting fella. There's a dude I'd love to toss back some drinks with and just yell at each other about stupid shit. if in all of human history, I can't even think of another person I'd rather have internet blood sports with. If you could have internet blood sports with anybody, who would you have internet blood sports with? I'd have it with Malcolm X. I think it'd be a fun night. I think it'd be a great show. Honestly, I'd ban Warski too. I haven't tuned into his show. I don't know what he does on his show, so I can't say. But you have to wonder, like, I think all of us, especially here, because, you know, I recognize, you know, I remember people in chat, and from what I can understand, there's a lot of cool dudes with, like, or folks, I should say. They're just regular ass people like you and I, just have an opinion on things. Exactly the type of people I want to hear from. I don't think we have trouble with this here, but in other places, there are the people who just refuse to spend the extra 5 seconds to say something in a way that just isn't perceived to make you and all of the people you associate with look really, really dumb. Even if that's not the case. Even if you're right. Even if you have the facts on your side, you still have to present them in a way that doesn't make you look like an insufferable, pretentious, condescending prick. Anyway. Malcolm X was incredibly articulate. That's exactly why I have respect for the man. Tariq is the new Malcolm X. Nah, man, I hate that you might be right. Even though I kind of like Tariq, man. I have to admit, I have to pull the bullshit aside, pull the veil back a little bit. There's something about Tariq that is just so, like, uncompromisable. Can't help but respect it a little. You get a weird reaction from people, though, in real life, when you're like, well, you know, I'm not a real big fan of Martin Luther King, more of a Malcolm X type of guy. Isn't exactly... Well, people kind of like that type of take, but... No, underscore. I haven't seen that, but people were actually telling me to check that out and said that the opposite had happened, that Kraut had actually won. So now, you know, the plot thickens, so to speak. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what's important about understanding your, I don't know if adversary is even the right word. People that grew up in a different, like, perspective than you. Maybe there's a reason they think that way. Big Robert E. Lee fan. I will say that that's one of the frustrating parts about when you try to talk history with people, is just seeing people have it simplified in their head as just the Civil War being just about, like, well, they wanted slaves and these guys didn't want slaves. Which one was a good guy? Malcolm X was actually getting along with Rockwell. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I gave both of them a shot. I said, if these two guys who would have every reason to not get along, the leader of the American Nazi Party, and then the leader of the Black Nationalist Movement, or I'm not sure if it was Black Islam, I don't know what exactly they were called, but he was like a thought leader, and they could do speeches alongside one another, or at least one after the other. I forget exactly how it went, but that it was the proof in history that a lot of people who might oppose one another ideologically might have the same goals in mind and might have the incentive to want to help the same people. Even if they would think to themselves, we would never get along. Like, well, I'm sure people didn't think that peanut butter and chocolate go together well, and guess what? They go together pretty well. But, yeah. It's what's so interesting about history is the more you look into it, the more you find virtue in people who have been labeled as dissidents and wrong thinkers, and learn that there is a little bit of truth to the words that have, well, they've attempted to completely sweep it up, but yeah, man, me too. That is a frustrating pet peeve of mine as well, because it's a really complex issue that the average, from what I've met, and I know I'm Californian, this is coming from a Californian's perspective, my anecdotal experience is that if you were to talk about oppression from the government, and a lot of people here really understand that, especially in Northern California. And yeah, people aren't as dumb as they might present themselves as, or they might be presented to be. Human beings are very intelligent, but people, not so much. You talk to the average person, and maybe it's just I have a way with words, but most of the time I feel like I'm pretty decent at saying, hey, here's what I believe in, and I think most people can jive with it. I think most people can understand where I'm coming from. AOC was half right. See, that's the frustrating thing about the people you disagree with. They are a little bit right. There was a fella that once told me that and I've said this on stream. Well, I made my own version of it, but the truth is a compromise of two extremes, right? Both sides are right a little bit. Yeah, I'm just curious to see where all this will go. Oh, man. Well, I might as well add it now. I got it. You guys wouldn't believe it. I came home earlier and there was a bit of a sandwich that little cat had knocked off from a table. For shame. For absolute fucking shame. Go. You know what? It's gonna take time. Everyone is right. Galaxy brain neutral. Well, what I mean is, this is a more of a existentialist, like spiritual BS, right? But everyone's perspective has a little bit of truth to it. And even if their truth and the bit of truth they have is diluted by their ego, narcissism, or just downright dishonesty, they still have a perspective that is a little bit different than yours and mine based on how they grew up. Maybe they were poor, maybe they were rich, maybe they were wealthy growing up, who knows? Each person has a bit of a unique perspective on things. And the more you talk to individuals about these things, you pick up on that. D-Gray, I like that comment. If my opinion was as good as I thought, it wouldn't smell so bad. Let's see. I just can't believe they're just gonna, like, pull out the ass swab on people. I don't even know what to say, folks. I was gonna try to have... What a pain in the ass. There we go. There we go. So, here's a 2-minute clip. Davey sent me this. We'll probably talk about it on the Crockpot later this week. Just, we got a big, beautiful wall. And guess what? That big, beautiful wall surrounds Congress. So they may never, ever feel terrified for their livelihoods again. What's it say? Must be nice.
This is the backside of Supreme Court, Maryland Avenue, 2nd Street Northeast, and we are approaching the Russell Senate building area. Hey, do you know why they moved you guys outside the fence? No idea. This just happened, huh? No idea why they moved you outside the fence? That's interesting. So now, if you look, guys, we have soldiers lined up.
You know what's frustrating, Watery? I hate how much I agree with you, right? It's like people enjoy being tools so much that they will be dishonest when they know they're well aware of the truth. That's one of the things, like, I've been seeing on, like, Twitter is a good example. I've been trying to cut it out of my life entirely. But you'll see people who I mentioned this earlier. I saw it firsthand, and I didn't know what the fuck to think about it. People calling themselves heroes, the good guys. We're fighting the bad guys. Also, we're cheering on a company called Dominion, and they had zero self-awareness. You know, you might as well belong to a group called Mustache-Twirling Villains. It would be less subtle. Dominion. For fuck's sake.
Hey guys, how are you? Hi, LT. What's up, man?
Good thing we live in a free country. We could be speaking German right now, folks.
Not exactly.
Imagine that.
How you doing, buddy?
We were speaking German.
So you got the police officers outside.
How much worse things would sound in German?
Outside.
Do you guys imagine? Do you guys know what Black Lives Matter sounds like in German?
Something. Not really sure. There is a bit of a protest down there, but they're just praying. But mostly a pro-life protest. And yeah, how you doing, sir? Excuse me?
Okay, hold on. We gotta stop the phone. Is anyone here familiar with Red Letter Media? Okay. Is that not Rich Evans as Space Cop? Look at the shield. That's fucking Space Cop, dude. I'm telling you. That is Rich Evans. The oh my god dude who jerked off an R2-D2 droid. That's Rich Evans, internet fucking celebrity, bro. I'm telling you right now.
A bit of a protest down there, but they're just praying. Mostly a pro-life protest. And yeah, how you doing, sir? Excuse me? Okay, sorry. Oh. You didn't say that to me. You said out of the road.
Yeah, out of the road.
Okay. All right. Give me a break here. All right. You just said a second ago. Relax. All right, guys. So we have.
This protest is more disappointing than my son.
These guys are all lined up with riot shields, and they're now outside the Russell Senate building. This is very strange. Wow, they're lined up all the way down the street, guys. Look at this.
Look at this. Like, really, take a deep breath. Maybe I should be the one taking a deep breath. Look at all these cops just stationed around the place like they're protecting something valuable. Like there's gold in there or something. You guys realize what you're protecting? You're protecting literal parasites. Just walk away. Please just walk away. These people, they don't deserve any protection. What the fuck have they done that was good for anybody but themselves? You know it, I know it, we all fucking know it. People acting like this was a great travesty, our democracy. You know what the greatest travesty to our democracy is? Is the fact that these people sold us out long fucking ago and no one has been out to call them out. That's what the real travesty is. Magnathedra with 10 bucks. Glad to catch you live again, bud. Been too long, not too sappy, but I feel you are one of few who make your chat part of things in a good way. 10 bucks isn't much, but maybe you can buy some tux after your swab test. No, dude. I do the show regardless. 10 bucks, man. Appreciate you. Thank you. I just like doing the show. And, yeah, I like doing chat. So, cheers, man. So let's continue watching this shit.
Wow, they're lined up all the way down the street, guys. Look at this. So they're all outside of the fencing now. These are Capitol Police and National Guard.
Imagine defending these fucking people. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute it. Just look at this. Look how many guards. Look how much. Remember, they said the wall was too much. We can't have a fucking wall, but god damn it, they can have a wall of security officers and military officials to prevent them from another wave of fucking bros that come through with a selfie stick looking to scream, "Let's go." Tux bucks. It drives me a little bit crazy, chat. This is how much they'll protect themselves. But remember, we're not even supposed to have our houses with fences or our pieces of property surrounded by fences, let alone borders. Insanity, pure insanity. It's never required, brother. No, the real reason I did the stream, no shit, is I got this fucking soundboard. If some of you in the beginning might have caught it when I was like all smugly and condescendingly like, I've got a new tool. I've got a voice modulator system. And then it just didn't fucking work. It works in my earbuds, like I can hear the echo. but then it didn't work on your end. Just what an absolute disaster. The wall is real. We got a wall, chat. We got a wall. We got our wall surrounding Congress. We've done it. All right, so yeah, CNN is out to out some racist mole rats who use their accents to discriminate against foreigners. I'm gonna try to say that like I'm not smirking ear to ear. Naked mole rats have accents and use them to discriminate. I'm sorry. Naked mole rats have accents and use them to discriminate against foreigners. I can't laugh. I can't say it without. And use them to discriminate against foreigners. Strangers are just friends you haven't met unless you're a naked mole rat. Arguably nature's least beautiful animal. Naked mole... That's fucked, CNN. Like, how is that not, like, hate speech? How is saying that mole rats are nature's least beautiful animals? It'd be like saying that anybody on CNN looks like a car crash personified as a human being. But we all know they're not humans, so... Naked mole rats are, quote, really highly unusual in that they're the most socially rodent that we know of, says Gary Lewin, senior author and professor in neurobiology at Germany's Max Delbruck Center for Molecular Medicine in Helmholtz Association, told CNN. That is way to stretch that out for 12 fucking words. But hey, he's not an expert, so I don't know if I can take his word to mean anything. Has he been appointed by the Ministry of Truth? Has Dr. Fauci, like, placed a sword on both shoulder and knighted him as a scientist? Who can say? The furless rodents can live in colony... Okay, I don't give a shit about that. Tell me about how fucking racist they are. Do they say the 14 words? Do they shitpost on Twitter?
You're killing me, man!
You're killing me. Oh, here we go. The development of a dialect points to one of the rodent's less savory characteristics, xenophobia. The development of a shared dialect strengthens cohesion and a sense of belonging among the naked mole rats of a specific colony, lead author Allison Barker said in a statement. The lead author, okay. Mole rat colonies are incredibly xenophobic. If a mole rat comes from a different colony, within minutes they are recognized and usually killed by the colony it invades. Well, it was invading the colony. You just said it was invading. You just said it wasn't. So what do you expect? Racist mole rats, dude. First, they came for the shit posters on the internet, and I didn't care because I wasn't a shit poster. And then they came for the mole rats. Matthew Meditz with $5. I'm a normie trying to learn. I appreciate the hard work of the internet. No face crime. Have awesome weekend, y'all. Y'all did good. Hashtag hi mom. I don't get what happened this weekend necessarily, but appreciate the $5, man. Cheers. This gal I know is all into Q, says D Gray. I met a few people who are really into Q. I know somebody who legitimately, like, he's like, she went, hey, you know, I know you, like, look into this stuff. Can I believe in Q? And this was, man, maybe like 2 years ago. And I'm not sure if she took my advice because she never brought it up after that. But I said Q is an interesting set of coincidences, but it is, from what I understand, a LARP from a guy living in an apartment in Japan. So no, it isn't what we hope it is, but it is a fairly fun LARP. She was a bit sad about that when I told her. More rats, man. Police. Man wakes up to a woman holding a bag of pepperoni and drinking soda in his house. Now this was the story I was hoping, I was waiting to cover. This is the one I wanted to read about. A man in Alabama woke up to an unexpected visitor in his home Sunday morning, police say. Mobile police were called around 8:20 a.m. on a report of a burglary The man who lives in the home told officers he woke up and found a stranger standing in his bedroom drinking a Coca-Cola and holding a bag of pepperoni from his refrigerator. Cheers, buddy. Glad you picked up on it. He told police he had to physically force her out of the home after she told him he was cold and hungry. So imagine this, chat. You wake up, you know, maybe you were... I was going to try to make a Trailer Park Boys reference because she has a bag of pepperoni. Like, holding a bag? I didn't know you could buy bags of pepperoni. Like, is anybody else kind of blown away by that aspect of the story? Like, wait, whoa. Where do I go to buy bags of pepperoni? I kind of want some. Bags of pepperoni. I just can't get that out of my head. But wait, did he bring his own pepperoni? She took his pepperoni, bro. That's as far as I understand what the whole kerfuffle was about. Officers found a woman at a nearby church and took her into custody on a charge of second-degree burglary. Dude, that's brutal. Like, really think about this. He told police he had to physically force her out of the home after she told him she was cold and hungry, and then they found her at a church, and they just arrested her.
Now that's fucking bait.
Now, what happened to the fucking pepperoni, boys? That's what I'm curious about. I don't really, you know, this woman, I'm sad for her, yada. But, I mean, like, what happened to the pepperoni? Can we still reclaim the pepperoni? Is there a possibility that some of us might get some pepperoni in the future? Let's see, we had Gregor Samsa with 5 Canadian. Also, not even joking, Black Lives Matter won the Sweden Peace Award for peaceful protesting memes writing themselves. Yeah, so I didn't see that, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, they legitimately, if you think about it, a lot of the buildings that were burnt down during the Minneapolis protest employed a lot of people who, I don't know, may have been the type who have been disenfranchised, quote unquote, by the system, quote unquote. So you're there to protest police injustice, and you burnt down everyone's place to work, so now they can't put food on the table for their kids. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. And we also had $2 from Jay. You pay for pepperoni by measure of length. Dude, I'm gonna have to find one of these places where you just buy pepperoni. Dude, can you give me like a 1.5 feet of pepperoni? And he just pulls out a thing of pepperoni, just cuts off a 1.5 feet of pepperoni. You can buy bags of pepperoni. No, I mean from like a butcher though. I want good pepperoni. Like, just me. I don't seem to be familiar with grocery stores. No, I just sent my girl to go fucking... Hey, you go shop. Here's what I want, and then just grab shit you know I like. It's fucking amazing. Dude, chat, I've been a fairly happy guy. I've been trying to find the proper way of communicating this in a meaningful way. I've been treated like a fucking king lately. This chick, she's great. I don't even have to go to the store anymore. She gets everything for me. Matthew Medits with $2. Yeah, well, not a bag, a pouch of pepperoni. Now that's the thing, bud. I don't want a pouch of pepperoni. I want some dude to like pull, like he has to pull on this cord, like pulls out a big slab of fucking pepperoni that's like a personal blend that they make there, and just like measures out 1.5 feet, cuts that shit, puts it in a bag and hands it to me. That's what I want. Bringing home the popcorn and the pepperoni. Hell yeah. Yeah, make sure to probe your girl for COVID. Oh my god, and then the GameStop shit too. So yeah, I like I said, I haven't really gone into that so much, but from what I understand, like the stock market is just absolute chaos right now. Man, I like popcorn in moderation, but it's like a thing I can enjoy like once a month. Alright. Let's move on down the line here. Texas DPS mistakenly sends out Amber Alert for Chucky doll. Brad Dourif is really upset about this. Sure. An alert published from the Texas Alert Systems with an Amber Alert for Chucky, the doll, and his child was sent out Friday morning. The alert listed Chucky from Child's Play horror series as a suspect, and he is described as a 28-year-old with red auburn hair, blue eyes, stands at 3'1" and weighs 16 pounds. There you go. Damn, Tiberian Fiend. Shots fired, bro. Wait, what? Okay, Earl. That was a strange one. Came home and had some girl on her PC looking at Facebook. She didn't just then pissed herself on the couch. So I'm assuming you mean that she came home and saw somebody. Might be behind on the stream. That would make more sense. Caleb, when am I gonna have you on the show again? So I'm open to the idea of callers because I've noticed it's more of a thing that people have stopped doing. But I want to do more than just have a Discord open. I'd like to have a number for people to call. So I want to look into that. I'm not opposed to callers. I even set up a whole overlay for a call-in segment. It looked pretty slick. I'm not giving myself too much credit, but let's see. This can't be real. I'll send you the article if you want to look through it yourself. I'm just kind of browsing it, so maybe it is fake. Who can say at this point? This is a local news outlet. I don't know out of where. Let's see. I'm curious. If you are in need of alcohol and have no other choice, is Four Loko worth drinking? Asking for. All right, dude. There's that old saying. It's beer after liquor, never sicker, right? And you typically don't want to change up your liquor. So if you've had enough to for your body to process the type of alcohol you've had and take a different type of alcohol, or if it's the same that goes into Four Loko, I don't know what goes into Four Loko. I'm assuming some type of cheap vodka. If you've been drinking vodka tonight, then yeah, go for it. If not, you might want to wait until it's mostly out of your system, and then I don't know, maybe hair of the dog. But I do not like Four Loko, so I would probably pass on it. There's been a few times where I'm like, I kind of want to drink tonight, and all I had a single beer in the fridge. Single beer. Or I want to have at least two. Like I said, my girl decided to go to Costco, and now I have this half gallon of Jameson working on. But it is after 6, so I am at the drinking capacity tonight. Nick Ford. I actually have a member in chat. Nick Ford. Hell yeah, man. I think you're the only member of the channel. Welcome, buddy. You have exclusive noodle emotes. Any advice on drinking, rubbing alcohol? Don't, would be my advice. Oh, Daka. The theoretical film. I figured you were somebody. I couldn't put it together. One step. Good to see you, bud. I can get that for you in an hour. I'm not going to be on for an hour. I'm actually kind of wrapping up because I know Davey's doing a stream here either now or pretty soon. So Any advice on eating Tide Pods? Don't would be the one. Jameson is smooth. I really like Jameson. I wasn't really a whiskey guy, but Jameson it just tastes like apple juice to me. Like, it's a little harsher for sure, but I can sip on it. I can just drink. I really like Jameson. It's dangerously good. I took down a half a pint the other day. It was the first time I drank too much in a while. So I'm definitely watching it. But Jameson's one of those things, to me at least, that I've acquired a taste for it, so it doesn't taste like alcohol to me. I can just keep fucking drinking. So it's really good. It's really good for the price, I'd say. But I really like. There's a friend of mine. It's Sandori, something like that. It's really good. It's Japanese whiskey. Oops, she can read it. She probably can. Here's the thing, though. I say everything on live stream I would say in real life. I feel like I'd have to provide a lot of context for some of the more nuanced ideas out there, but to this day, it's been how many years I've been doing live streams and shit, and I would still say I stand behind just about everything I've ever said, unless I've just learned more and I change my opinion on it. Real bars open at 6 a.m. That's true, man. For some people, it's their time to get their drink on, but for me, it's time to relax a little bit. Coffee's gone, though. D-Gray, I have the cheapest shit I can get down. I used to roll like that, man, when I was younger. Get that VIP vodka or that Taka vodka that came in the half gallon for like $10. One thing I've seen consistently displayed in my life is you get what you pay for. The buzz is better. Generally speaking, I know, times are hard. So if all you can afford is VIP vodka, I'm not shitting on you at all. I've been there. But thankfully, I would rather be the type of guy to take a break from drinking for half a week or however long. It hasn't had to have been half a week lately with this comically large bottle of Jameson here, but I'd rather take a break from drinking and then buy a good bottle than drink 4 bottles of crappy liquor. That's just me, though. I feel like I've sauntered into AA. Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Someone out there is a child of Ethan. Fuck, I saw that. If your girlfriend doesn't have a penis stumper, dude, she's so fucking great, man. Nah, man. You see, you can drink and still have a good time. You gotta moderate yourself a little bit. Chopin vodka. Dude, you know what's crazy is somebody I work with. It was my new place I work with. I was talking with her one day and she goes, "Have you ever had Chopin vodka?" I looked at her, immediately thought of you. Immediately went, "No fucking way. Chopin? Where do you even get that?" She goes, "I don't know. I just find it at a place." I think he mentioned a store in a town that's like 20 minutes away. I'm like, fuck me. Yeah, some potato vodka sounds good. It might be time to change the liquor up. Because here's the thing, chat. When you start to get a tolerance to one, you just switch to another. That's my secret. Irish car bombs. You see, man, I don't like Jaeger, though. Joke's on you, Caleb. Wild's always been an alcoholic. Oddly enough, I'll go on like months at a time without touching a drop of liquor. And then one day I'll just drink a night and be like, holy fuck, I forgot how much of a good time I have when I drink. Hell yeah. Guy A. White. No, if I'm drinking to hit the floor. I usually just like a nice little buzz. I got a pretty good buzz on tonight, but usually I just like 1 or 2 shots and then I'm good. JF makes the best potato vodka. Where has JF been? I miss that guy, kind of. Do you know who I am? There's something about JF that I found as a necessary existence on the internet. Just a guy who takes himself too seriously. Now that he's gone. I mean, who's there left, you know? Car bombs are made with Jameson. I didn't know that. You see, in my poor neck of the woods, everyone just used whatever fucking bunk-ass whiskey they had. It was, no. They used Jameson for car bombs. And they used, what was the whiskey you drink, everyone? I can't. Too many things ago. The best brain surgeon. That was the thing that made me, like, lose my mind in hysteria. The best brain surgeon of all of Canada. Watery. Cheers to that, man. That's my approach to all video games. Look, I might suck more. I can't play online as well, but you know something? If I have to choose between drinking and playing, you can kiss my ass. Oh, JF's gone. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention. I don't know. I haven't seen any, like, recent controversies about JF that have piqued my attention, is basically what I mean. Just usually end up swearing out loud. No, I had a lot of fun getting fairly wasted and playing Cyberpunk a lot. It's such a bad influence, man. Like, every 5 minutes, they're lighting up a cigarette. They're having a shot of whiskey, and I go, well, I gotta have one too now. Angel's Envy or Bookers. I haven't heard of either. I'll keep an eye out in the future. Ice Surge from Pucker. Most things from Pucker are pretty good. I like them mixed with something a little stronger, though. Quit smoking and vaping last month. Hell yeah, man. Congrats. Hope it's going well for you. How's that increased lung capacity? I remember that last time I quit. What happened? I have no idea. Hell, shit. I mean, I have a hard enough time compelling myself to make a stream these days, so I don't really know what everyone else is up to, but, I'm delayed. Chopin's the only vodka I drink. Man, Glitch has been telling me to drink Chopin vodka for like 3 or 4 years, and I've been trying to find that shit, and I can't. So that was what was so funny to me when I walk at, you know, a new place, meeting new people. Have you ever had a Chopin vodka? That's the first thing you mention? Really? What kind of fucking backwards simulation am I living in? I only have a dude's been telling me, a friend of mine been telling me to fucking eat and drink this shit for like the last however long. I lost track of time. A shame. Ape is now a patron of Vaush? You mean, Naked Ape? You know, a lot of people have kind of changed their perspectives on things, so I don't know, maybe it's not too crazy. Matthew Maddox with $2. It looks like a 1-up emoji with a hippo. Thank you, sir. It's a sign you should try the vodka. No, for sure. I've been wanting to. It sounds hella good. I haven't heard a bad thing about it. In fact, nothing but glowing reviews about it. Did you see Chip in Hand on NBC? I did not. No Bathing Ape and Fubu and South Pole. Wait, what? Like Fubu? Vaush is like helping promote Fubu for us, by us? That is insane. Lately it's been 99 strawberries, 99 bananas, 99 blue There's 99 blue raspberries? That sounds so good. The girl that said something about that vodka is actually in chat. She was baiting you. You could be right, honestly. Chopin is great vodka, yes, from what I've heard. I just unironically said hella good. No, that is absolutely a Northern Californian thing. Everyone here talks like that. I shouldn't say everybody, but we're all a bunch of weird surfer wiggers here. It's okay. People kind of enjoy it, from what I've seen, basically. When I said the 99 bananas thing, I was only kidding. I was in line the other day and some chick ordered 99 bananas, and I said, I forgot that was a thing. That sounds good. In Solano? Yeah, man. There's that old joke here that how many Northern Californians does it take to screw in a light bulb? Hella. How long does it take them? For days. You know, there's a very specific way, like the type of slang that's used here. I kind of adore it. No, I have not watched that, but I've heard it's apparently pretty amusing. All right. Well, damn. No shit, Chad. It's been 2 hours. I've been running my mouth for 2 hours. That's nuts. It does not feel like it has been 2 hours. I had fun tonight. So I have to remind myself to do streams more often because I always have a good time. But working myself up to, hey, let's talk a bunch of shit and ramble incessantly at chat. 2 hours too long. You're probably not wrong. But I did have $10 through Streamlabs from D's. Fuck Robinhood. One fucking stock and no percentage of stock. I hope I get in line. Those fuckers. Oh shit. Against a wall and throw boiling shit at them. Boiling Judith in Minecraft 1.8 version, Java edition for Windows 10. That's a great way of putting that. Holy fuck, yeah, I'd be pretty pissed too. Robinhood, one fucking stock and no percentage of stock. I hope I get to line these fuckers because I want they're boiling shit at them fucking crap. My favorite part is the 1.8 version, Java edition in Windows 10. Very specific there. Oh man, that sounds hella good. I might have to try to find some of that 99 Blue Raspberry. I need to find some of that Chopin vodka first. Am I still at the Proton Mail? You can still contact me there, but the fastest way is Twitter or Discord. Oh, I didn't even get a streamy strum. I haven't played guitar in a while, huh? You know, I feel, because I was trying to wrap up before 6:30 so I can redirect people to go, but... Oh, I just... Strings on. They're not in tune. What is that? Sorry, chat. I was gonna throw one together for you, but a stroomer. Oh, chat. Why you do this to me? I feel like I'm leaving you hanging or something. Hold on. How many points to say the N-word? You are not allowed to say the N-word, sir. Oh wait, are you black? Are you black? Then it's okay.
I wanna hold your head inside you. I wanna take the breath that's true. I look to you and I see nothing. live your life, you go in shadow. You'll come apart and you'll go black. Some kind of light into your darkness. Color your eyes with what's not there. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. Think it's strange you never knew. A strange light comes on slowly. A stranger's heart without a home. You put your hands into your head. A million smiles cover your heart. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. Nostalgia. Guitar is great. Singing sounds like me, only worse. Kiss is not a contract, but it's very nice. It's very nice. Just because you've been exploring my mouth doesn't mean you get to take an expedition to the south, no. Kiss is not a contract, but it's very nice. It's very nice. Just because we've been playing Tulsa hockey doesn't mean you get to score the goal. It's in my jockey. Anyway. Chat, it has been fun tonight. Fireplace background would be good. You're right. You're right. But I just started playing again recently, so I'll practice up. Well, I'll get a good jam on for you guys in the future. I have a really cool preamp that I got with some pretty cool effects. So, deep breath. I'm not very. I haven't been playing lately, so. Anyway, you know. Figured I would indulge the person that wanted to hear that. So let me go ahead and maybe not wanted to hear that, but no, make Crowder's walk-in closet your background. Does he have a walk-in closet? Campfire, get it right. That would better. That'd be better. Anyway, guys, I'm ready to call it. So let me find a link to Davy's stream. Which we should be doing the crockpot short, like in the near future, I'm sure. Hey, thanks, man. I am going to keep practicing though, because
still working on things. Here's a link to Davy's stream. He's going right now, so it'll give you something to watch if you're just looking for something to check out. Some background noise, you know how it goes. But he's over there, and I'm going to call it a night. So try singing lower. You know that because I have a deeper diaphragm. It's a funny thing. I am a very loud talker, so I speak very softly from the top of my voice. If that makes any sense. The last thing, okay, Magnethedra says, last thing. Some guy injected shrooms recently and it grew in his blood. Shit went crazy, as did the guy. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. That sounds like something I want to watch or hear the details on. But oh man, I think I forgot to bring up one of the things that I meant to earlier. Stone Mexican guy, my bad, man. I meant to get to that. A capo is your friend. Oh, dude, no shit. I play almost everything with a capo on 2 or 4. Sometimes 6. I try to play in the scale of a flat. Capos are for fixed. No, you can have so much fun with a capo. But anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure as it always is. Take care, everybody. Have a fun weekend, and I'll see you guys later.